All right, ladies and gentlemen, after the long wait, the Inside Game is back, man, and I'm super excited for what this year has to bring. Had to take a little break, just gotta get stuff in line, making sure everything's orchestrated the right way. But first, I want to talk about two things actually. One is the first full-length vlog that we'll be dropping will be a half like fitness journey vlog, half just catch up vlog. I started off at 242 pounds. That was the most I've ever weighed in my life. I was in the gym consistently, but I was eating absolutely terrible. Right now I'm at 233, so I'm down 9, but a decent way to go. I'm thinking about getting to that 215, 210 range. And it was really little things. I was as strong as ever, but whether it was bending down to tie your shoes or going up the steps, that breathing heavily, I didn't really like that. The wheezing before you go to bed, that just didn't seem healthy at all for me, so I had to make a change. And that's what I did. The past 2 or 3 summers, I've gotten in shape leading up to that summer before, but this time was a little different, only because I really felt like I was in a slump, honestly. So yeah, I wanted to start out by sharing that. That would be the first full-length vlog to come from this. This episode is more of just a catch-up, whether it's sports. I'm a Lakers fan, and I'm obviously going to talk about the Luka Doncic trade because I feel like that is so crazy to me. I still can't believe it. I don't know how in the world we got Luka Doncic, but I'm happy. Other news, what to expect this upcoming summer, what me and Corey have planned. You'll see Corey a lot more this year in the content. I'll update you guys on the sports picks progress as well. Got something very big launching either the end of this month or the beginning of next month by the time this video is out. So that's going to be really big. You got to dedicate a lot of time. Takes a lot of your energy away, but I feel like I'm ready for it, and I feel like it's about that time to expand the brand and like really put yourself out there like that, because I feel like if you feel like you're passionate about something, I feel like you should just go ahead and just go do it. It's your life, you're the driver, so drive, Regarding the Luka Doncic trade, so I was out with some friends after a game, and I looked at my phone and I saw it was Underdog NBA that said, Luka Doncic has been traded to the Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie in a first. And I didn't think it was real at first, because why would Luka Doncic ever be traded from the Mavs? You know what I mean? But then when I really looked into the details and multiple sources confirmed it, I couldn't believe what I was seeing at all. A generational talent. You cannot trade that at the peak of his powers. There's no way, especially when he got you to a finals last season. Now, for the Mavs return, you got Anthony Davis, which has stayed pretty healthy for the past 2 years, but recording this video, he had literally just got hurt. Again, is supposed to be sidelined for 6 to 8 weeks. Terrible blow for the Mavs. It makes the GM look even crazier. The death threats and stuff, that's way too serious. Like, I understand fans, have loyalty to teams, as do I, but it's never that serious because he's a human. He has decisions to make. And he didn't feel comfortable giving Luka Doncic $350 million or more, based on what the market was going to tell him, if he wasn't truly committed to the organization day in and day out. We know he's a generational talent. We know his talent is worth that much money. But if your dedication is not worth that, you're setting a pretty bad example for the young guys, the other vets on the team, and they don't necessarily want to play for you. As a leader of the team, you kind of want your guys to play for you. You know what I mean? Like, you want them to support everything you do because they know that you're working just as hard as them, if not harder, to put your team in the best position possible. But that's from the Mavs side. From the Lakers side of things, oh my gosh, I'm super turned. I mean, what in the world? Yeah, LeBron James, obviously he's 40 years old, so he's on his way out the NBA. As wild as that may seem now because he's playing so out of his mind. But we have our star for the next decade, along with opening a championship window that wasn't previously open, in my opinion, before we made the move for Luka Doncic. Anthony Davis expressed he wanted to play the 4. We did not get him a 5. We shipped Anthony Davis to Dallas. We got Luka, and we tried to get a 5, Mark Williams. The trade has been rescinded, but the Hornets are disputing that, so we could still get Mark Williams, which is crazy. As a Lakers fan, man, I mean, I'm just blessed to see. I saw Kobe, now LeBron and AD era. I'm in the Luka era right now, and I'm 24. The bigger brands are always going to get the bigger stars. I don't know why that's so confusing for smaller market teams. The players want to play in New York, LA, Boston, Miami. That's just a thing. You know what I mean? Like when you get your hometown, you know, your small market star, of course you cherish them. But for the league, the bigger brands being this good, it's beneficial for the league, monetarily wise. For starters, that's a no-brainer. But also as fans of the game, those big-time games on television, you want to see the big-time brands. The fans are going super hard for them. It's just better. Thoughts on the Super Bowl? Super Bowl just happened. Eagles blew out the Chiefs, and it wasn't necessarily a shock to me that the Eagles won. It was more of a shock about how they won. I thought the Chiefs would put up, you know, more than a fight. It was total domination on both sides of the ball. Pat Mahomes looked rattled, and I told my dad, I said, I think Pat has now closed the door in terms of him ever being better than Tom Brady. Tom Brady lost 3 Super Bowls, but he never lost one in dramatic fashion like this. Pat has now lost 2 in blowout fashion, one being to Tom Brady when Tom Brady was 40 plus years old. So obviously, can Pat still be the second best quarterback of all time? He might be that right now. So, I mean, I'm not hating at all. But I think once you lose like that, humiliating like that, twice in a Super Bowl, and the guy you're chasing has 7 bowls and 3 close losses, Eli beating him twice, both in a crazy way, I think that does put a dent on your legacy, even though he's now surpassed almost everybody else already. You know, he's chasing the GOAT. He's not chasing Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, even though some people argue Joe Montana is better now. He's not chasing those guys. He's chasing Tom. So when it comes to compare himself to Tom, I feel like he's closed the door based on how he performed in last Super Bowl and in the Super Bowl against Tampa. And for Philly, they have a bunch of young guys in their prime. Their O-line's the best in the league. Their D-line is definitely top 5 in the league. They have outstanding young corners. Linebacker group is solid. So they're going to be around for a while. Them versus Washington. If Washington can go ahead and spend their money that they need to spend on a skill position, on some O-line, on a corner, they will be fine, and that will be a crazy rivalry to watch. I'm a Saints fan, so right now we're in rebuild mode. Just hired a coach, about to get our DC, but watching those 2 teams is going to be something else for the next couple of years. Now, what to expect this upcoming summer, which really is starting in April, but going up until Labor Day again. You should expect a lot more engaging content. I'm going to try to get someone to record during these times so I don't have to hold the camera and I can just kind of be me a little more. A whole lot of great experiences. May travel out the country. You never know, but it should be pretty fun. And I'm just super excited to get it back rolling. Like, I got a camera last year with this type of vision, and, you know, somewhat it worked, you know. But it was more learning it and getting your foot in the door and integrating that with my actual job and my sports stuff. That was the challenge, and now I feel like that I'm ready to bring all those things together and be able to produce meaningful content. Now, for the sports plays, Sleeper Picks, as you can see above me, they are the company that sponsors my content. They are the company that reached out and noticed me first when I was on TikTok making videos every day, grinding, and I love the platform, and I'm grateful for everything that they have done for me. So I want to expand the brand, and I want to get a couple of other people who really know what they're doing when it comes to the sports picks together into one community and be able to showcase our picks out to folks who want to make money based on the picks, learn more about how to research, and just more of an informative group while also having good picks, not getting too emotional about sports betting. That's the thing. That's the one key. Folks have to just be able to differentiate between, like, these players do not know us, we do not know these players. So when we put our currency on them, it's our choice. And if they don't perform the way we want them to perform, we can't get too mad at them, and we can't, you know, start rage betting. That's how real life addiction starts, where you can't stop, you know? Like, this is coming up, All-Star break is coming up, I won't be betting, but some people, they have to bet on something. But to me, you know, I know when to bet, when to not bet. It's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world, make or break, and I don't want anybody else to feel like it is that type of deal when it comes to sports betting. So I do not promote, you know, any type of form of addiction. I promote, making smart withdrawals, making smart picks based on matchups, research, and just your knowledge for the game. I feel like I know a lot about the game, so I can provide pretty good analysis with whatever pick I do choose. So at least I have the reasoning behind it. Like in school, you gotta have stuff that supports your answer. If you have the context behind it, it makes it easier for someone to follow along. That's how I feel about the sports betting world. So that's coming soon. In terms of making that group one thing, it will be a monthly subscription. I think that's it for my little wrap up, catch up, probably 10 minutes long. I expect a lot more videos to come on this page, on the TikTok page, a lot more active on social media. Appreciate you guys, watching the video, watching this catch up. It's been the Inside Game. This is John James, aka JJSUPERLOCKS, and I will see you guys later. Peace.
I'm locked in with JJ.